Hello, I'm Mal, and welcome to Cities Skylines. Alright, well this is the first episode in my new Let's Play of Cities Skylines. I did do an intro/review, which is serving as episode 0, and I will put a link to that like up here in the left-hand corner. So if you want a little bit more background on Cities Skylines and want my actual review, you can go check that out. But for the rest of you, if you've already watched it, let's jump in and start a new game. Alright, now, if I recall, I did Diamond Coast in my first episode, or episode 0, but I never intended to actually play on that one because that's, a little bit tougher map. So I think what we'll do, let's see, we've got River Run, we've got Green Plains, Black Woods. I'm just looking at the stats below. I'm looking at their connections and what their suitable area is for building. I think we better stick with something that's relatively high on the city building space, area for building. Black Woods. Well, the name here would indicate that there's going to be a lot of wooded areas, and I kind of like that industry. I didn't show that in episode 0, but I will as this LP progresses. You can zone different types of industry, and forest is pretty cool because it doesn't have the same kind of pollution content as some of the others, and it's renewable. Alright, let's try Black Woods. Never been on this map, so it'll be interesting. Spin, Tweety Bird, spin! You can do it! There we go. Alright, let's turn that off. Hit the space bar to pause the game. You can speed things up with shortcuts 1, 2, 3. So just 1, 2, 3. You see it speed up at the bottom. Space bar pauses. Okay, so everyone's going to start off with a region. You can see the dotted lines here. This indicates the starting region area that we can build in. And you have a highway connection by default. So we do have a connection to the outside world. This is what we start off on. It's important to note, too, that the highways do bring a bit of sound. And since sound pollution is one of the things that you have to deal with, I want to think a little bit about exactly how close and what you want to build in this area. I don't recommend right off the bat putting like residential right near your highway connection. 1, because of noise pollution. 2, because it's going to create some unnecessary traffic. All right, now let's take a look at the region as a whole. That's this button over here. Now we can't buy another area in the region yet, but they will unlock. So we will be able to purchase these sort of neighboring areas. Well, I wanted forestry stuff. I certainly have a lot of that. Okay, good. All right, so how are we going to start off our little town? I think what we'll do, and right now we only have access to the most basic road. Well, hold on. First thing we got to do is figure out where do we want to put our water pump, and where do we want to get rid of things that we don't want in our water, if you get my meaning. Because if you put your water pump, and I'm just looking, until we drop some road, it won't come up, but let's say that the water flows this way, right? And my guess is it does. My guess is the water flows this way. If we put our pump, say, down here, and we put the drainage pipe for sewage up here, yeah, it's going to get sucked into the system, and it's bad. All right, let's make a basic road going this way. There you go. That'll open up some things. And let's take a look at the water. Look at the water pump. Water direction is going this way. Okay. So maybe... Oh, so it's going down and around here. Huh. What do I do with the water then? Well, I guess what I could do is put the pump over here. Like so. Yeah, I could do something like this, right? So the blue circle here means that's where it's going to source water from. The red circle indicates, and you can see there's like a little headphone thing there. That's the sound imprint. So the sound pollution area that it's going to create. Let's grab a drainage pipe. Put that over here right on the edge. Let's grab a pipe. Let's connect these two. There we go. And we'll go ahead and bring the pipe back here because we're going to need it. Now, let's go back to roads. How do we want to do this? I think for starters, one of the things that works well, or, I mean, I say this like I'm an expert, which I'm not yet, and that's something else, is that I'm doing this first episode, and then I'm not going to record any more episodes until I get a little bit of feedback. I'll put out one of these a day. I really want to try to make this interactive, so folks can give me ideas, as you typically do. Now, why won't it let me... There we go. Should let me upgrade it. I'm going to do a one-way here. Yep. And then on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and not upgrade it. Give me the road back. There we go. This is straight road. This is curved road. This is freeform road. And this little thing allows you to upgrade. And then there's different tabs depending on what you have access to. So I do now have access to 4-lane roads, but they're kind of pricey, so I'm going to avoid those for the moment. Gonna do another 1-lane this way. Okay, now we do have forestry over there and over here. All right. Yeah, yes, I got it. Thanks. Let's go ahead and... I'm trying to figure out where's the best place to put my power at, and what kind of power do I want to use. Alright, hold on. Let's see. We actually have access to some decent wind right here. Oh, there's good wind. There's good wind options right here. This dark blue indicates we can get 8 megawatts a unit. I might try that instead of using bad pollution stuff. Alright, let's try it. This might end up horribly for us, but I'll give it a whirl. Get it? Okay, that was terrible. Alright, let me hook up the power. So from here to here, just in that purple blue area, or whatever you want to call it, around an item, around a structure. So this is already connected up. And we're going to end up running power back this way. But before we do that, we need to zone. What's it telling us to zone? Right, some residential. Okay. Let's extend these roads a bit then. Blue areas to either side, like this, tell you what's going to be available for zoning. So that's good, so that you can kind of plan out your stuff and don't waste space. I mean, you don't always have to build it perfectly. Sometimes maybe you want to do, you know, a curved road or whatever. Something like that, or like this, whatever. Just makes things interesting, right? Okay, let's see. And we need another one-way right here. What do you mean distance is too short? Just, really? What if I do it like this? Maybe I need the straight road. That's it. That's the problem. Okay. I got it. I got it. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so now what I've done is I've taken my highway entrance and I've turned it into like a little, I don't know, loop back, basically. I know about the economy panel. Hey, but speaking of the economy panel, let's go ahead and reduce our water budget to 50%. I'm going to leave my electricity at 100 because I'm probably going to need the full power from those wind turbines. Okay, now I'm ready to put down some residential zoning. Yep, we'll put down some right there to start. I can always rezone some of this later if necessary. Put down a pipe. Okay, so they all have water. They have sewage, they have power. That's sort of the basic stuff that has to happen. So let's unpause. Let's go to speed 3. Come on. Move in. There you go. Not showing us as having any population yet, but it will. Now, these little indicators here, like no power, that's because it hadn't filled in yet. Once it fills in... Actually, hold on. Right. No. Correction. They do need power. Okay. No problem. Hey, don't look at me like that. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Here, we can do it like that. Wow, that's pricey. Hold on. Jeez, I mean, that's really pricey. I don't want to spend that kind of money. But we're gonna kind of have to, so I might as well just bite the bullet now and do it. Yep, I can get rid of it later, but right now we need it. So be it. See, now this will make a connection and then they all will have it. Power's fine. Water's fine. Looking good. At Rockdale. More housing, okay. Put some more housing in. Little bit of demand for commercial, so we've got our residential, our commercial, and our industry. Industry has now unlocked. Okay, now I don't have the ability to do districts yet. Okay, so districts are unique as far as I know in Cities Skylines. It allows you to essentially paint an area and make a separate little subset, a little district, and in those you can have different policies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make another road. I think I'll make it one way out to this area here where I plan to have forest industry. Now, will it be forest industry initially? No. Actually, I shouldn't even do it out there yet. I should just build some regular industry like over here or something. As soon as I get 700 people though, my intent is to do forest industry with a district. So until I can do that, I'm probably best served going over here, but there isn't a whole lot going on, quite frankly. Do something like... Should just grab a regular, let's grab a regular road. It's much cheaper. And I'm kind of cheap, so... When it comes to stuff like that, don't need to spend the money, right? Okay, let's grab a pipe. We'll run water out there. I generally like to just follow the roads. Let's grab some industry. That should be plenty initially. Don't want to go overboard when you're doing this stuff. Just like little increments of things I have found at least seems to work better for me. In terms of how you fill the little zoning thing, you've got different tools. You've got the fill tool, got the marquee tool, and then you've got two little brushes. So I can do something like this and do a fill, or I can do something like this and go, no, I don't want that. I'm going to erase it one square at a time. Or I can use a big brush, say I'm going to erase it all. Pretty simple, right? A little bit of demand for commercial, so I'm going to go ahead and paint some in right over here. Yep. Again, you do have to monitor sound pollution, which eventually we'll get that noise pollution. We'll get that information here over on our analytics. Right now, we're limited to just a few things. wind, which actually I have a lot of access to wind, which is nice. Citizen happiness, yeah, this doesn't look good, but again, it's just starting, that's why. All right, unpause. Build it. Build. I think I'll fill this in so that they actually get electricity. There's a thought. So as they fill in down this line here, I will automatically get power to these guys, and I won't have to spend more money on an electrical cable. Speaking of electrical, yeah, we're fine. Matter of fact, I can reduce the budget just a little bit. So let's reduce it to 80% and see what that looks like. Still fine. Okay. Then let's reduce it a little more. Save ourselves the money, shall we? Okay. Looks good. Okay, more residential. Alright. Let's see, now. Got a one-way that comes in. We could do something like this. Yep, like that. Nope. There we go. Alright, and let's grab some more residential. Block right here. I don't want it right up against the industry, so not gonna put it there, obviously. Our next unlock is at 340. What do we get at 340? Elementary school, medical clinic, landfill. Alright, cool. Why are you saying you don't have water? Oh, because you don't. That would be the reason, Mal. Right, got it. I'm on it. Let's go ahead and throw that pipe there too. A little bit of more demand for commercial. Alright, well then we're going to D-zone... Oh, not all that. We're going to D-zone this right here. And we're going to rezone it as commercial. Oops, I accidentally D-zoned something I shouldn't have, but whatever, it's fine. It'll come right back. It's fine. Don't sweat it. Those little symbols that you see right there where it looks like little bars or whatever, it looks like these bars actually over the building. That means that it's in the process of upgrading. Now there's different things that'll make a building upgrade. Land value, whether or not citizens are educated, crime, access to services, those things all drive it. Now you see this symbol, okay, so that building just upgraded. This symbol here, with the little construction worker on it, means that there's not enough people to service this building. Okay, no problem. That means we need more residential, then we'll put that in. Don't have access to parks or anything like that, otherwise I'd be slipping those in as we go, but... Yep, and don't have access to any services yet. but they'll be coming up soon here. Then you have to start thinking about when is it appropriate to put in things like, well, there we go, congratulations, little hamlet. You know, when do you put in an elementary school or a medical clinic or a landfill site? I would say that landfill site is relatively important to have, even early on. Education you can hold off just a little bit because you don't really have the industry infrastructure to really matter a whole heck of a lot. Let's see. But landfill, I think that's something we probably are going to want to have. Well, since it looks like I'm going to have clean industry over here and down here, my little bit of dirty industry and garbage stuff, I guess I'll have to be in this corner over here. So let's grab this road. We running low on power? Yes, we are. Okay, no problem. Let's go open up the power budget, raise that to 80%. Let's extend this road. So we could just come all the way out here, right? Order there. That should be fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a garbage deal. Big thing too is you want them to have easy access. Things like garbage, well, really all services, but when it comes to garbage, if the trucks can't get to where they need to get to, like all of this industry and the residential, then you're going to have a problem. So like, I already know right now that this road is not going to be sufficient. It's not. And actually, I probably shouldn't have even put this down. Yeah, actually, I'm going to fix this right now before I have a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this road, because I probably will anyway, right? And then I'm going to use this feature over here. This right here. You can relocate a building. So I'm going to relocate it over here because it has to be next to a road. That's going to cost me 800. And I'm going to grab a 4-lane road. Okay. And I'm going to... I mean, too steep. I'm going to upgrade this stretch of road right here. This kind of main drag. To sort of future-proof this just a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to pay more maintenance on that piece of road, and it may not be necessary right now, but it's worth it to me to not have the issue. So now I've got to paint this back in. I've destroyed all this stuff. Just trust me on this one. It's going to save us headaches later. Put this back in. And so that this will repopulate right away, let's just go ahead and do something like this. We could go like that. And then across. There we go. Speed 3. Come on. Come back. They're like, no. Yes, come back. There we go. Now you can see we're starting to lose money because I had to up my expenses a little bit, right? Particularly power. And I'm gonna leave it alone because this stuff's gonna fill back in, and then we're gonna be right back where we were in terms of power consumption. Plus I added this service, and that's costing us money. More commercial, huh? Okay. You can put maybe some right over here. Yep. And we can put a little bit right here. Should be okay to do that. Big demand for industry. Alright, we'll put in a little bit more down here. We certainly have the road to support it. Let's take a look at traffic, actually. Traffic's fine. Let's look at noise pollution. So you can see here, we've got some noise pollution generated by the industry. We've got a little bit of noise pollution generated by the highway and this commercial here. But it doesn't really it's not really bleeding over to the residential. We've really kind of got that isolated. And then our wind turbines put out a ton of noise, but no one's out there. This doesn't really matter. And the industry doesn't care about noise pollution. Let's look at our happiness. Commercial's good, industry's good, resident is not so good, but again, that takes a little while to build up. And we're still growing. So we need to get to a worthy village, and that's going to unlock our forest specialization and our agricultural specialization. And then we get some new policies. So we'll have those available, and then we're going to unlock police station and firehouse. Firehouse is pretty important, particularly when it comes to your industry. Otherwise you're going to have lots of problems with things burning down. We need to expend this pipe over here. Extend. There you go. Let's see, how are things looking? And he's saying he needs more workers. Alright. Yeah, demand for residential's going through the roof, so that's a good sign. And we're at 500 people. I think this is a good place to stop off. So we have news services. Yes, what? Yes, the elementary school. We know. I think this is a good place to stop off, though. So I will obviously continue the next one, and I hope you join me for that one, and that you enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mal, and I will see you later.